Hello, everybody, and welcome to BC Buckets. I'm Matthew Brune. Joining me once again is Colin Mitchell. Colin, today we have a very, very interesting guard prospect in Tyler Kolek, senior out of Marquette, 6'2", 23 years old, and was just a fantastic playmaker for
Mhm.
Marquette, not just this year, but throughout his entire career. Um, 15.3 points per game, 7.7 assists, 5 boards, 1.5 steals. 50% from the field, 39% from three, 85% from the line, 26.5 usage percentage, and then he was fourth in the country in assist percentage. So, uh, yeah, a playmaker, kind of a motor guy for Marquette. Where do you want to start with Kolek?
I think this guy, wherever you draft him, he's gonna go late first round. I hope.
Mhm.
Um, that team is gonna instantly love him, and I think it's a win no matter what. I think he has a really high floor, and I think he actually has a fairly high ceiling for where he'll be getting picked. Like you said, do it all type of guy from Marquette, shooting, finishing, hustle. I mean the whole thing. The thing that really I like the most is his feel for the game. I feel like that separated him from a lot of the guards that we've seen, where not only is he able to be crafty and get to where he wants, but it shows when in his finishing and in his passing. And he kind of has a certain flair to his game where it's like, if you're playing against him, you hate that guy. But if he's on your team, you love that guy.
Yeah.
And when I watched him, I was like, I love this guy.
Dude, one of the games I watched was against Colorado in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, that was the one
Went
I watched too.
10 of 13 from 2, and it was like he went over to Silva, went over Cody Williams, went over everybody that guarded him, and he ends the year 60% at the rim in the half court, which is nuts.
Mind you, he's 6'2".
Yeah, like Jamal Shed, like I said, went 50% at the rim in half court. Kolek
Yeah.
went 60% at the rim in half court. Like incredibly crafty. Just rarely got his shot blocked, was all incredibly patient, sprayed out to shooters. Just an elite offensive guard. Ended the year almost 50 like percentages from the field, 50% from the field, 40% from three, and 85% from the free throw line. Almost checked those boxes. So that's like offensively, I have very, very few concerns. I agree with you on the floor aspect. The ceiling, I don't know where I'm at exactly. I'll let you like convince me of that. Like, can he be a starter in the NBA one day?
I think so. I mean, I don't think he'll ever be like the guy, but there's no reason where if your top two players are center and a wing that he can't be the lead guard on a team. Like I have Goran Dragic down as my comp. Like
Okay.
there's no reason to me that can't be his ceiling where he's a guy that is a very very productive and solid point guard that's kind of like the unsung hero on a team,
Yeah.
but he gets everything you want done. And I mean, if we're talking about weaknesses and why I don't like people don't think that he can do that, it's just really just because of his size. Because in every other aspect of his game, it's there. I mean, to me, it's clearly there. Because I mean, what are we really looking at here? If he was 5 inches taller, we wouldn't be talking about him not being
He was
having a high
2 inches
ceiling. Just
taller.
2 inches taller, right? Even at 23. So,
Um,
but him being at 23, he's so incredibly polished, and I just think the feel and flair he has on that offensive end, even it translates to the defensive end in terms of his motor, is incredible.
so my biggest question here, outside of the size, outside of the age, which aren't really concerns, but they're more like, I guess, limiting factors in
Right.
theory. Um, And honestly, I don't even think defensively he's bad. Like, I think he's
Yeah, I mean,
fine
in the NBA, you're gonna get targeted when you're 6'2".
Yeah, like, you're gonna
That's it.
get you're like, he's individual defense is always gonna be a concern. So, that is what it is. That will most likely rear its head if they make the playoffs and he's playing in the playoff series. Like, day-to-day NBA, I don't know how much because I think he's a tough defender. I don't think he's a great defender, but he, like, is smart and tough. But beyond all that, the one thing, and well, I'll get to my comps in a second, but the thing that all of my comps had, I believe, um, more than Kolek was Kolek is a pass first guard that bothers me sometimes because he doesn't look to score enough. And
Mm.
like I understand, like I said, I watched the Colorado game, 10 of 13 from two, like 10 of 14 from the field. Like he has games where he shoots enough, but then there are a lot of games where he turns down wide open threes. He turns down looks like tries to spray the ball out when he's open and passes it to a guy who's not open. That bothered me a little bit, and I went back and one of the comps I have is Malcolm Brogdon, um, because Brogdon came in and was
I
immediately
hate that
impactful,
comp. I hate that.
impactful as a playmaker and whatnot. Brogdon shot his shooting shot percentage, so not usage percentage, but shot percentage was like significantly higher. Like he took a lot more shots out of college, and so it's like you're going to come to the NBA. He's going to have to look to score a little bit more. That's my biggest thing.
But do you think that's really a concern?
Yeah, because if he doesn't look to score, then the passing is
But
almost
a lot of
it's
players don't look to
relegated
score.
significantly.
But the
It's a
players,
similar concern I have to Jamal Shed, where it's like if you can't score, you can pass. Like you will get assists, but like it is a significant limiter on your ceiling. We compared Shed a little bit to TJ McConnell, and it's like how many McConnells are there running around that can't really score the ball at a high rate that are being utilized often?
but I'd say the difference between players who don't look to score as much and a guy like Kolek is the fact that he's so efficient and so good at scoring, where most
Yeah.
players that aren't looking to score is mostly because they're not. It's not like a strong suit. Where for him, I think it's an incredible strength.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no like he's not going to be as aggressive as player, but like I don't see why he can't be not to the level, but like Jalen Brunson's 6'2".
So I think it's more of like a mentality thing. I just think he needs to be more aggressive. So I maybe it's not like the biggest concern, but I do think it's like he has to change that a little bit. Like you still can be
Yeah.
a pass first guard, but he needs to score a little bit. So that my two comps for him, I feel really, really good about. I'll start with the lesser player first, Ricky Rubio.
Oh, that's a good. I actually like that one. If that's
Like
the Lester, he had a great career. So
well, the other one I have is more of like a play style one, not really a two-time MVP. Like I don't think he reaches this level. Steve
Mm,
Nash. Like
yeah,
again,
I see that though with the craftiness
like
and
that's what you see. You see
yeah.
Steve Nash, you see Ricky Rubio. I'm interested to see like where he falls on that spectrum of like if Steve Nash is a 10, if Ricky Rubio is like a 7, can he get to a 6, which will have him playing in the NBA for a long time.
See, to
So
me, I think it's so clear that he can get there just because everything's so like when you're watching an old player, like we just did Kevin McCullough. When you're watching an old player, you go, oh, like this is being made up because it's college, or this looks really great for college. But when you watch Kolek, you're like, oh, like this is legitimate. This is some like legitimate skill here. And for me on offense, it's just it's different. It's different. So
he's very good. He's very good. He's gonna be top
what's his
30 on my
rating?
board for
What's
sure.
your rating on him?
82.
83. We're close.
Yeah. He's gonna be top 30 for me. He's
Yeah.
gonna be top 30. I'm I'm hesitant to put him like above some people that I think have like clear like let me give you a name. Like I'm hesitant to put him
Would
above.
you put him above Cody Williams?
No. No. I think Cody Williams still like ceiling wise, I still think Cody Williams and like is there. And he's also 4 years younger. So it's like it's hard for me to say that. Like
I know
again,
you're big
he is what he is.
ageist. You're big ageist.
He is what he is. He's good. He's gonna be top 30 on my board. Let's not push it. Let's not push it too far. But yeah, there's Tyler Kolek. That's all we got, I think, for y'all today. And leave us a like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will talk to y'all later.